Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Mixed Texan Politics. Do I have an interesting story for you today? This guy in California was arrested 10 times in a month. In California, yes. So, no surprise there. Yeah, 10 times in a month. That is nuts. Now, let's check this out. This dude is off the chain. You can see all his mugshots right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mugshots in 31 days. That's that's unheard of. 10 arrests, 33 charges, 31 days. You can't keep a bad man down. From PJ Media. Keith Chastain, 38 years old. Let's watch the video and you'll see what this guy has done. This dude is off the chain, so I'm telling you. Check this out.
Local law enforcement agencies say they are very familiar with 38-year-old Keith Chastain, who has been booked in Fresno County Jail not once, not twice, but 10 times in the last 31 days.
The public should know. He's been in Clovis 6 times. He's going to be here again, and everyone should know what he looks like.
Chastain is from Fresno and is currently facing 18 felonies and 15 misdemeanors from his recent arrests, according to Clovis Police Department. His charges include stealing 6 vehicles, a DUI, vandalism, fraud, possession of controlled substance, and more. Clovis Police Department alone says it has arrested Chastain 6 times in the last month.
However long he stays in jail is out of our hands, but we will arrest him every day if we have to.
Around 9:30 Tuesday morning, Clovis police received a call about a stolen truck that Chastain was suspected of driving. Police say an officer found the stolen truck driving in Old Town Clovis and followed it until more officers arrived. Officers pulled Chastain over in front of Clovis Police Department and arrested him without incident. Police say he was the only person in the stolen truck and happened to be on his way to pick up his personal property from Clovis Police Department from the last time he was arrested. Mind you, he was in a stolen vehicle, and that's the same reason why he was arrested in the first place.
I don't know what is...
This dude is wild. So he stole a truck to go pick up his personal belongings from jail. In the stolen truck and got arrested again. This is wild.
happening in his life to cause him to steal so many people's vehicles and property. It's sad. I hope he gets some help.
Since Chastain hasn't been arrested yet for anything violent, he's been getting out of jail quickly. This might be because of Proposition 57, passed in California back in 2016. This allowed felons who commit nonviolent crimes to earn early parole. This is why police are asking the public, if you see something, say something.
If people don't call, we
So this is the problem right here with liberalism. This is what we mean when we say don't California or Texas. This is the exact stuff we're talking about right here. We don't want people like this on the streets. Yes, I'm not saying we don't have problems here in Texas, but we are more of a law and order state than California, by far. I mean, Proposition 57 allows these people to get back on the streets because of committing nonviolent crimes. But this is, look, you're still in trucks, you're drunk driving. Just because it's nonviolent doesn't mean you shouldn't be in jail. 6 vehicles, fraud, possession of controlled substance. This guy should be in prison. He should be in jail for a long time. He should get multiple charges and be in jail for X amount of years. That's how it should work. Not just because he didn't hurt somebody, you get released back into the streets. And he just getting arrested over and over again. Because like the cop said, how long him staying in prison is out of their control, in jail is out of their control because of the state. It's their fault. It's the voters' fault. People who vote for this nonsense, it's their fault. If you're stupid enough to do this, this is on you. Sadly, you have to learn the hard way. But this is what we mean when we say don't California out of Texas. We don't want people on the streets like this, stealing 6 vehicles and getting let out of jail over and over and over again. She said she's gonna keep the cops said they'll arrest him every day if they have to. See, the cops' hands are tied in places like New York City and places like in California because the penalties have been reduced so low that it's almost impossible to really do anything about it besides just keep arresting these people. It's like a revolving door. You're not. It's like a hamster. You just get nowhere in a hamster wheel, just doing the same thing over and over again. It's sad, but hey, this is on the voters. The police hands are tied, and this is what happens when you let liberalism get into your government, into your local governments. You know, at the state level and the federal level. On top of that, I mean, I mean, this speaks for itself right here. And you see people like, you see Governor Abbott sending, and Dan Patrick sending DPS agents to these big cities. He sent them to Dallas. They sent them to Austin to fight crime, cracking down on these street takeovers because we don't want to tolerate lawlessness inside of our cities. And sometimes you see it in Mississippi. You see it happening there with the state taking over Jackson, Mississippi, because the people at the local level it's so out of control. They don't know what they're doing. I mean, it's liberalism. You have crime out of control, murders happening in Jackson, Mississippi. So therefore, the Republican-controlled state legislators stepped in and say, you know what? We're going to take control of law enforcement here, and we want to put in judges versus having people elect them. And of course, Democrats are calling racism, saying you have a bunch of white politicians, you know, taking over this black city. No, it's because you guys have run into the ground. That's why. So it's actually the Republicans trying to protect the black people, the citizens of the city who are being, whose town is being destroyed by these liberals. Yeah, just the way I'm glad that you have people stepping up. You have local government stepping up and state government stepping up and doing things like this to keep crime under control. Because a lot of people are just ignorant and they vote a certain way because they've been lied to for so many years. They believe everything they see on TV. And sometimes some of these people have got to wake up. Sadly, they have to find out the hard way. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.